Darth Kermit here with a new audio setup and a much requested Eve Echoes video on manufacturing for fun and profit. Before we dive in, manufacturing is one of the most complex parts of this game. The purpose of this video is to hopefully demystify some of the more confusing aspects of manufacturing, help you figure out if you want to explore manufacturing for yourself, and help you make sure you're actually making a profit if you do. We'll start by going over the basic process, then we'll dive into the costs, then the skills, and finally the market and profit. Feel free to jump ahead to whatever part you're interested in, but before you do, please like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment down below if you'd like me to cover a particular topic in a future video. Manufacturing starts from the industry screen. When you open this screen, you'll notice that it has two main sections, a manufacturing section on the left and a reverse engineering section on the right. Today, we're only focusing on manufacturing. Make sure to drop a comment down below if you want me to do a video on R&D sometime in the future. So over on the left side, we have 10 boxes with either a plus symbol or slashed circle. The pluses are your available manufacturing slots. In each slot, you can queue up to 10 units of one particular item as long as you have that number of blueprints for that item. Above that are your available blueprints. You can tap on this to see the blueprints in your possession and then start manufacturing from there. This is pretty self-explanatory and we're not really going to go over this here. Instead, we'll take a look at the standard manufacturing route. Tap one of the pluses and it'll take you to a selection screen where you can browse through everything currently available to be manufactured in the game. Select any item from this list and you'll see a new manufacturing screen. On the left, you'll see the required blueprint as well as the number of those BPs that you currently have. Above that is the manufacturing location. This will either be the location where you have the relevant blueprint, or it will be your current location. Below, you'll have the required tech level listed. This is the only gate on manufacturing. You must be at the required tech level or higher to manufacture something. On the right side of this screen, you'll see the required materials. For the Ferox that I have on screen, you'll see two categories, planetary materials and minerals. If you tap on these, they will expand and show you details of what is required. Above this is your current material efficiency based on your skill level in the relevant manufacturing skill. If you tap on this, it will show you the relevant skills. In the center is the item you selected, and below that is a selector where you can choose your build quantity, up to 10 units if you have the necessary BPs. At the bottom right of the screen, you'll see the time to build, the ISK required, and your available ISK. Next to that is a button that will automatically search the marketplace for any materials you are lacking, and lastly, the Start Job button that will be green if you have all the required materials available. Tap that button, wait the required time, and boom, you've manufactured something. Now let's step back a minute and focus in on each of the costs. First, you need a blueprint. Some of these can be researched through the R&D system, some can only be found as drops and anomalies. They can all be bought and sold on the market. This is your first expense. The next cost is the manufacturing cost down at the bottom. You can see that it's 25 million for a prophecy. This cost just gets taken right out of your wallet as soon as you hit the Start Job button. Next up are the materials costs. For most things other than rigs, this should be the bulk of your costs. For this prophecy, it currently costs me about 150 million worth of minerals and planetary materials to build. Improving my battlecruiser manufacturing skills would directly reduce this cost, but I'll go over skills and their effects in the next part of the video. As you can see from the overview, I don't have all the materials necessary yet, so we're going to place a couple resource orders on the market. This is very easy to do from the industry screen. Just expand one of the sections, tap the highlighted resource that you're missing, then tap Go to Market. Now you're on the Market Sells screen. I'm not going to go into detail of market strategies, that's not what this video is about, but the basic idea if you're going heavy into manufacturing is that you should be placing large buy orders and waiting for them to be filled. Or better yet, join a corporation that has a good resource flow setup to get you all the resources you need way below market prices. So let's place these orders real quick, then we wait for them to be filled, and once they're filled, we'll start production and then go over selling the product. In the meantime, let's go over the relevant skills. All of the relevant skills are under the Industrial Technology heading, Production subheading. You have the following categories: Frigate, Destroyer, Cruiser, Battlecruiser, Battleship, Industrial Ship, Module, Rig, and Structure. Each of these categories has a basic, advanced, and expert skill, and all of these skills reduce your material efficiency. Yes, I know this sounds like a bad thing, so let me take a minute to explain what the material efficiency number means. Put simply, it's a materials multiplier. Each item that can be manufactured requires a specific number of various materials to build. The base number of these materials that are needed is actually hidden, and the numbers you see on the right side of the production screen is a result of multiplying your current efficiency by this hidden base material requirement. So the lower your efficiency number, the better. Now the skills get you reductions of 30%, 20%, and 5% for basic, advanced, and expert respectively. So you can go from 150% efficiency all the way down to 95% efficiency. When all the way skilled, this will save a little over 1/3 of your total material costs. I think this is a very unnecessarily confusing way of doing things, but that's how it works. Those are the only skills directly related to manufacturing, but there are some market skills that can affect how much your materials cost to buy and how much profit you can make when selling on the market, which brings us to the topic of the market. So now that our materials have been delivered, we can start the manufacturing job. Then we wait a few hours till it's done and collect it. Now that we have our completed ship, we want to sell it. There's two ways to do this. We can sell it via a private contract, or we can sell it on the market. The short of it is that a private contract only costs you 8% of the sale price, but you have to find your customer on your own. Whereas selling on the market will cost as much as 23% of the sale price, but everyone has access to your listing, so you can sell it very easily. Now this prophecy is destined for one of my corp mates through our own internal credit system, by which we managed to avoid even the 8% fee of a private contract. So I'm not actually going to sell it on the market here, but I want to show you the process as well as how to figure your profit. Now since we have a particular item that we've already manufactured and want to sell, it's easiest to get to its market entry from the inventory system. Because this is a ship, it will show up in the ship hangar, and since we're at a trade center, there's two ways to get to its market entry. We can tap on the item and then tap View Market Details, or we can scroll down the item details screen till we see its market value and tap on that. This takes you to the market sells screen for the item. Again, I'm not going to go into details on market strategies. I like to make sure my items sell quick, so I sell at a trade center for a few percent less than the lowest market price. Right now, lowest price for a prophecy is about 240 million, so I'd put mine up for sale for about 235, which is about 2% lower than the lowest market price. To do that, we back out a step, tap the sell button, enter the sell price, and then tap sell. Now this is where the first of those market skills I mentioned comes into play. As soon as you hit that sell button, a broker's fee is immediately deducted from your wallet. This fee also applies to buy orders. Basically, whoever places the order on the market pays the broker's fee. A word of caution: if you cancel your sale or buy order, you will not get this fee back. As soon as you place your order, this ISK is gone. The broker's fee starts at 8% of the total sale price and can be reduced to 5% through the accounting skill. Unfortunately, that doesn't apply to the broker's fee for private contracts. Currently, that fee is 8% no matter what. Since we're selling for 235 million, that broker's fee would come out to 18.5 million ISK, so make sure you price things correctly or all of your profit will go to the broker. But the fees don't stop there. There's also a market fee that comes directly out of the sale of the item. This fee is only paid when the item sells and is always paid by the seller regardless of who created the listing. This fee starts at 15% and can be reduced to 10% with the accounting skills. So at 15%, that's another 35 million ISK being paid in fees for a grand total of 53.5 million. So if you plan on making your money through the market, you can see that those accounting skills will make a big difference over time. So let's figure out how much ISK we can actually make selling this prophecy on the market. And this is where we get crunchy and pull up a spreadsheet. Let's start with our sale price of 235 million. Then our broker's fee, which comes out to 18.8 million. The market fee, 35.25 million. The materials cost of about 150 million. The blueprint was 11 million. And then there was the manufacturing cost of 25 million. So we subtract all those costs from our 235 million sale price, and we see that I would be losing 5 million ISK by selling this on the market. Once again, we see how important the manufacturing and accounting skills are. The difference between no accounting skills and full accounting skills is the difference between losing 5 million on the sale and profiting 14 million. And just a few more percent saved on materials costs through manufacturing skills would mean at least breaking even or earning a slight bit of profit. If both were max, we could easily be earning 25 million or more on this sale. What this demonstrates is that if you really want to make your Eve Echoes living with industry, then you need to specialize. And with that, I think we've covered manufacturing well enough. Make sure to leave a comment if you want me to cover something in particular in my future videos. Thanks for watching and have a great day out in the black.